Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show, y'all. It's the Greg Davis Show. We gon' talk the talk, so get ready. We came to push the call, educating. So just lock that down and keep it steady. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Everything's alright. We're gonna help you get your life. It's the Greg Davis Show.
Well, this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad. It is a great day to be alive. And we say,
Send now prosperity, Lord.
it's good to be back. We are back, y'all.
You should have saw the way I just cut and looked at you like, I know he ain't.
I'm going to let you do
into
your
my
part.
life.
Yeah. Welcome, y'all. We are in the studios of the Impact Network. It's the Greg Davis Show. Thank many of you who have been watching reruns through the summer. They've been great because they've been talking about the most talked about show,
It's
When the Right One Comes. They're talking about, is it some more?
That show?
Yeah, you did. You did a great job. Yeah.
Well, we have to do the part 2 to
No, that would be part
part
3.
3. Yes, we have to do
Everybody,
part
I'm
3.
still living it.
But there's so much depth to you that people don't know. So many people get caught up in your bishopdom, as I say all the time, that they don't take time to get to know the man. And you know what? We have a lot of private conversations, but I wanna share a little bit more of you, so
We're gonna
people
do it
can,
again.
know a little bit more about you.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, maybe you just now tuning in, you can go to the YouTube channel. Greg Davis Show now has a YouTube channel. You can catch some of our archive shows, and it's the Greg Davis Show on YouTube. Make sure you follow me and Lola. So many of you are following us. I am Lola George. She is, not me.
Yeah, I am.
She
I am
is,
Lola George.
not me. I'm.
You're Greg Davis.
It's not that though. Bishop Greg Davis. Follow me. Bishop Greg Davis on social media. And don't forget our new website, GregDavisShow.com, GregDavisShow.com. And you can follow us. Don't forget our morning radio show. Download the apps, either Lola George or Greg.
Not either. Download both apps, the Greg Davis app and the Lola George app. Take them both, because, they may not.
You're excited to be back. I can tell.
I am.
I wonder by the time we get to the 5th show, you're going to be all right.
I'm going to be woke out.
Download both apps, y'all, Greg Davis or Lola George. Today, we're going to take a journey with a young lady. She's known as the Queen of Detroit. And we don't do a lot of Detroit shows because it's a national show, and we've seen it in Africa and Bahamas and the islands. But I want to say that because she has had a journey from losing her fiance to losing weight. She's had some losses. Some have been good, some have been real bad. Lost her fiance to a drunk driver. And we're going to talk about substance abuse also. She is the owner and proprietor of the Oso Radio, not just a Detroit station, because radio is changing. The way we look at TV and listen to radio is evolving. Matter of fact, this is the way we're going to be doing it, and we're doing it already now through your phone. And so we're going to talk more about that. She's Detroit born. She was an entertainer, public speaker. She was also a rapper. Did you know that?
I didn't know.
Because you wanted to be a rapper.
No, I never wanted to be
I
a
thought
rapper.
that's one of these things you wanted to be.
My skills, I got
You wanted to be a
skills,
singer. We don't let you do neither one.
But my singing is where, because when I drop that single, you're going to be
Introduce the
shocked.
guest.
Well, today we have the beautiful Miss Randi Rossario.
Hi guys, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Such a
Thank you for
professional
coming.
and nice setup.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How does it feel being on the other side? You do radio. You're a radio person, and we are too. But how does it feel being on the other side? You
It's a
comfortable with it?
little weird. It's a little weird being on this side. I'm so used to being on that side and making sure everything's going right, and the itineraries are being followed and things like that. Outside of radio, I've also directed some videos and kind of had my hands in a lot of other things. So it's a little bit weird being on this side of it and actually being interviewed.
Yeah.
Not
I know
doing the interviewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't try to lead us, okay? Because that's
I
what we
won't. I promise.
Talk about who is Randi Rossario, not even the Queen of Detroit. Just tell us a little background about yourself.
Okay, like you said, I'm raised 100% Detroit girl. I was raised in Detroit, on the east side. I went to a Catholic school all my life.
Oh, like her, yeah.
Hey,
Private.
Catholic school girl.
Private.
What school?
I graduated from Regina High School.
Good, okay. I went to Dominican. So.
Okay, all right, okay, yes, rivals. You know,
right.
Unfortunately, you guys aren't there anymore.
Well, we'll talk. It's a lot of shade. A lot of shade. We'll talk afterwards. She's the guest. She's the guest. I'll get her later. Trust.
My best friend went to Dominican too. Before they closed. More shade. But besides that, I just. From the east side, I work. Randi Rossario is more so, I think I'm more so like a lifestyle than like just a person. Like I just embody work, and I embody being an entrepreneur and just pushing people just to be great.
Let me ask you, you are a very hard worker. I thought I was a hard worker, but we rival each other on social media, watching what each other's doing. Where did you get those work ethics from?
My parents. Oh gosh, what's in my face? Okay, it's gone. My parents and my aunt. My aunt Shalonda is an entrepreneur, and my mom and my dad, they both are very hard workers. And recently they both been in not recently, in the last few years they've been in accidents. So not so much now because they're on like disability or something like that. I think I don't really know like the logistics of it, but I've always saw my mom and my dad get up and go to work. I've always saw my aunt get up and go to work and own her own stores and salons. And my mom and my dad actually used to do hair too. They had salons as well. So I just kind of always got to see hard workers.
Blood.
Right.
Yeah, I got to. It was instilled in me like literally since I was little. I feel like.
Growing up, going to DPS, Detroit Private Schools.
Yes, Detroit Private Schools.
Yes.
That was so great.
Yeah, stay with me now. I'm telling you, I got this. Now,
no, that really stands for Detroit Public Schools.
No,
I'm so for that change.
Yeah,
yes.
I always say private. I say I grew up going to DPS.
I went to Foch Junior High,
that's not our fault.
And Murray Wright High School.
We had
if it ain't Murray, it ain't right.
That's
I remember
right.
that from the DPS games.
See?
Yeah,
that I used to sneak to.
I learned everything that I do on TV from Murray Wright. Now, what did you learn?
I didn't go to Murray Wright.
That's what you learned. Come on.
But you know what? Growing up in the environment such that you did, you saw working parents, you saw that entrepreneur spirit. At what point did you realize, you know what? When I grow up, I don't want to work for anybody. I want to write my own course. I want to do my own thing. When did you realize that you were an entrepreneur yourself?
Well, I've always known it, but I didn't act on it right away. Like I always known that I wanted to work for myself. I always known that I wanted to be the boss and I wanted to do what it is that I'm doing, but I didn't act on it right away because I've always also saw, like I said, my mom get up and go to work, and she was in the health field, and she constantly did that. She kept that job and she stayed there. So I felt like for a little while my mind was in a box, and it was like that's what a woman's supposed to do. So for a while I did try to chase doing what a woman's supposed to do, and I went to school for healthcare administration, and it was just a big waste of time.
Yeah. Let me ask you, let me kind of change modes a little bit. You were scheduled to be married. You had a fiance. How long were you all together?
We were together for 3 or 4 years.
And the marriage was planned? I mean, the wedding?
Yeah, literally. I have my dress. I have like the invitations, like all of that, like the
so
hall.
So you all were really in the planning?
Yeah, like at this point we lived together. We had our apartment. We were in love. And I don't say this to throw any type of shade or anything like that, but I was getting married at the age of 21 because I was in love. I wasn't doing it because I had a kid and I wanted to kind of prove a point on family or whatever else. I was engaged to be married because I genuinely found the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. So I think that kind of has to be thrown out there a little bit because, when people get married young, a lot of times it's because you have kids. Right. And that just wasn't the case with us.
Going through the traumatic experience that you went through, and we talk a lot about love and relationships on this show and our other show, it changes the course of how you view love. And
yeah, it does.
I didn't lose a fiance, but I definitely lost someone that I was too in love with, and it just changes you. Talk about how that has.
Before she gets to that, I want her to tell what happened.
Okay. Well, it was, and it sucks actually because it all sucks, but just the whole. Whatever. It was the night of my father's birthday, and Christopher and I were out with some friends, out partying, and I decided to go to get Coney Island because I'm just a greedy. And I went and got Coney Island with a couple of my friends, and when she when we got in the car and pulled off into Coney Island, she said, "Wow, I need to get gas." And she turned and literally the car ran out of gas. So they're all like panicking, like, you know, who am I gonna call? Like, well, how are we gonna, our car didn't run out of gas. I'm like, oh, y'all got me messed up. I got a man. Chris, hey, we ran out of gas, you know, what's up, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, he's getting gas. We're conversing back and forth via phone, and it just stops. Like, it just, all conversation
You're on the phone
stops.
with him?
No, we're texting.
Texting, okay.
Yeah, so, you know, then with Blackberries, you could see, like, kind of how iMessage is now, how you can see the read and delivered. Blackberries then, too, you can see the read and, like, when it's R and when it's D. So he stopped responding, and it even stopped going to D. Like, it just said check. Like, basically, it's sent from my end, but his phone hadn't received it. So we waited there for like another 30 minutes, and I'm like, something's not right. Like, you know, something's not right. So I called a couple of my like really, really good guy friends, really like actually like a mentor and a brother, and they came and helped me. I got home, and I'm still like, something's not right, and I just felt really relaxed at one point. Like, I got up and I checked, I picked up my laptop and I checked to see if, you know, something had happened. Like, maybe he got arrested or something. Like, I don't know. So I checked Oakland County Jail, I checked Wayne County, you know, just that rundown, and that wasn't the case. By this time, it's probably like 5 a.m. I wake up to like a really faint tapping on my front door, and it was my sister-in-law, and she's like, you know, Chris has been involved in an accident, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, you know, well, we're gonna handle this because we handle stuff. That's what we do around here. We handle things and we get things done. And it was more than what I expected. And it was like, as soon as I walked into the hospital, his entire family was just there, like, waiting, and it was just like, it was so much heartbreak. It was just so much heartbreak. Like, now I can.
He was gone at that point.
Yes, it was on. Later we learned in court that it wasn't, well, they said that it wasn't when it was like all impact, but the firefighters, and this is how small the world is. When I was teaching at Bradford Academy, one of my volleyball players, her dad was the first firefighter that was actually on scene. So pretty much he was around me when I was going through the court situations, and, you know, I was upset about certain things, you know, like, this lady's literally getting 9 years for killing somebody and turning my life upside down. So he let me know that it was on impact, that Christopher didn't suffer, and yeah, that's pretty much how that went.
When we come back, we're going to pick up right where you left off about how your life was turning upside down. That's what Lola asked you, and when we come back from commercial break, we're going to talk back with Randi, and we're going to find out what she's doing. And she was a little larger than what she is now, just like me, when we come back.
Bishop Greg Davis Ministries present Let the Healing Begin 2, the best of Bishop Greg Davis. And today is your day for a miracle. 3 powerful anointed healing and meditation CDs by Bishop Davis. The Word of God says that if you decree a thing, it shall be established for your sake.
Isaiah 58:8.
Everyone who comes in contact with these 3 powerful CDs will receive a life-changing experience. Order your copy right now on iTunes, CD Baby, or Amazon. Or you can send a seed, a donation of $50, and receive all 3 healing and meditation CDs. To Greg Davis Ministries, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244. Shipping and handling included. Download or order all 3 copies today, and let the healing begin.
Hey, I'm Greg Davis, and over 3 years ago, I started posting tweets and posts on When the Right One Comes. Well, I tried to stop, but they wouldn't let me stop. So everybody's been asking me to write a book, When the Right One Comes. So I've taken all of my collections of When the Right One Comes, and I'm putting them in one book. You can pre-order the book right now by going to Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. That's Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. Order now, When the Right One Comes. Welcome back to the Greg Davis Show, and again, we want you to follow us on social media. Make sure you follow Lola, I am Lola George, or myself, Bishop Greg Davis, and hashtag Greg Davis Show. Our email address, gregdavisshow at gmail.com, website, gregdavisshow.com, and you can leave us comments. Brand new website, and we're going to tell you how you get in touch with our guests today. We're going to have some great shows this season, and it's just good to be back. Thank you all for all your support across the country. This is our 5th year. Impact, 5th year. My 10th year. It's getting ready to celebrate
television.
10 years full-time in television. I'm excited about it. We're not going to talk about how many years in radio. Anyway, back with Randi Rossario, and she is, of course, the founder of Oso Radio, and we'll tell you how you can connect with Oso Radio, and it's the buzz, and we'll tell you how you can download it and all that stuff. But you asked her.
You know, when you experience that level of loss, and I tell people, to lose a mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, or friend, that's one level of loss. But to lose someone that you were in love with is a completely different type of pain, and it's a completely different type of hurt. Talk about how that has changed possibly your approach to love, relationships, or, you know, just how it affected you.
I'm thinking like the best answer for this, but initially, like, I think I was still really young when it happened. Like, so I was already going through the changes of, you know, becoming a woman and stepping into adulthood, stepping out of, you know, childish ways and things like that, and trying to step into, you know, being an actual adult. And when it actually just kind of, you know, it threw me off, it threw off everything. So it threw off not only my love, but it threw off my identity as an adult completely. So I kind of lost it a little bit. I did a lot of stuff. Like, you know, from honestly hanging out with just different people, exerting too much energy into different people, just a lot of all over the place stuff that people do when they're just broken. And I think that's one thing that I really want to, like, just put emphasis on, not necessarily for myself, but just for everyone else. Like, you never know what someone's been through or what they're going through currently, and it's like don't judge them for what they're doing. You can't, even what they're doing, period. Like, even if they're not going through anything, people are only acting on their level of awareness. Like, you can't judge someone for acting out or acting crazy when they don't know any better, or they're genuinely in their spirit going through something. So it definitely throws off what I've gone through has definitely thrown off my views of love. Because in the past, I've definitely been the, you know, I want to be married and have kids. And now it's like, you talk to me about kids, I am almost going to puke on you. Like, no. Like, no. Let's talk about how we can, you know, get some endorsements or some work done or something like that. Because ultimately, right, that's just where my mind is right now. So has that shifted you? Like you said, that's where your mind is at. So do you find that because of that, your focus is now on Randi, the brand, and everything else? Yeah, totally, 100%. Like, it's almost to the point where, like, when I do have, you know, people we're trying to pursue or trying to date, I'm just like, all right, let's just work. Let's just work. Like, I get it, but let's just work, because I'm just not there, like, mentally. Like, I'm just not. And that's good, because most people will not admit that. Right. Yeah. They won't admit that, you know, they just keep going and try to get back into it, and they won't admit it. To say you're not there, it's okay. And that's fair. Yeah. And it sounds like that you're still healing too. Yeah, on certain levels I am. I definitely have accepted a lot of what's going on. I have a really good support system. Like, I have really good people around me, between my parents, my best friend. Like, he holds me down 100%. Like, and it takes a real, in my opinion, it takes like a real person, a real human, a real man to be able to help carry your situations, like, to genuinely help carry your situations, whether I want to be with you on a level of relationship or not. Like, our friendships is that strong, where you care about what I have going on in my life and my safety and things like that. So I definitely think that like, my friendships and my people around me have definitely helped me, you know, stay afloat as well. Because we only have a few minutes, but I want to talk about the drinking while driving piece. Has that cause you to look at that in a whole? No. I actually have always been against drinking and driving. Like, just FYI, I've always been anti-drinking and driving. I was like the president of Students Against Dangerous Decisions in high school. Most people think it stands for Students Against Drunk Driving, but it doesn't. It stands for Students Against Dangerous Decisions. And I've always been against. It's just always been silly to me. You've always been against it, and then that happened. Yeah, I'm like, I almost feel like I'm like supposed to be like an advocate for it on certain levels. So have you become? Yeah. I definitely utilize my platforms on social media to speak out against drunk driving. I definitely we have a lot of ads running on OSO Radio that are just random facts on how many people actually are suffering from drug abuse issues, or how many people die in drunk driving accidents and things like that. Like, the statistics are crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But what's also crazy are the laws. The laws are it's so lax. In reality, like, they have such strict laws on DUIs. It's so easy for you to get a DUI, but if you kill someone while you're driving, like, you literally get less time than a dope dealer.
Yeah, you do.
And it's wait, okay, so. Now, granted, like, they're both wrong. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you genuinely, intentionally took someone's life.
Just like this young lady in Oklahoma, plowed through all those people. 4 people dead, 1 hanging on to life.
Yeah.
A 2-year-old was one of them, and then 50 people she injured.
Yeah, and they're charging her with second degree.
Second degree at the 4th level, though. It's like the lowest level.
Yeah, because that's what they do. Like, you get more time for harming a dog or putting drugs that a lot of us don't have access to bring over into situations into this country.
Call your congressman.
Like that,
Call your congressman.
Legit, like, and care about people's lives. Like, because drunk driving affects not only you and I, but you never know a situation like mine. Like, people you don't know, and I think I have to talk to my friends about that a lot too. Like,
Yeah, I want to talk about. I want to shift. You lost weight.
Yeah.
How many pounds?
I haven't stepped on the scale because I had gained some weight back, and then I was like, but no, about 60 pounds.
Wow!
That's good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was your transition? How did you lose the weight?
Well, first my life fell apart, and no, I'm just kidding.
That sometimes have a lot to do with it, though.
No. I got fatter. No, that stress didn't help me at all. It was like, no, more burgers, please. Okay. I really just decided, like, one day I really for real woke up like, all right, Randy, what are you doing? Like, it was like after I went through everything with Chris, I probably was like 23 or 24, and I was just like, all right, I'm not happy. I'm not happy in the situation that I got myself in with this man. Like, I was dating this person that I just shouldn't have been dating, and I didn't like the way I was breathing. Like, I have asthma, so like, I decided that I was going to start eating differently, and I just changed my eating habits. I instead of grabbing a bag of chips, I'll grab an apple. I eat spinach with a lot of stuff. I used to eat spinach literally with everything, but I've kind of fallen back. That's probably why I gained some weight back. But I put a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables into my diet and take out a lot of processed food and, like fast food and stuff like that. Like, I try to cook as much as possible.
And as we speak today on the news, I don't know if people saw, as we're taping this, they announced that processed food is just like eating asbestos. As far as your meats, your deli meats, your beef, everything that's processed, that's meat, especially bacon. They're saying that you might as well eat. It's causing cancer.
No.
I'm just saying, it's all over the news today.
We posted that on the OSO Radio page.
I've been saying this for years, because I gave up pork and beef years ago, and cancer.
Even lamb, they're saying.
Yeah, cancer runs in my family, and I read a study from Johns Hopkins Hospital that spoke about how pork and beef adds to the cancer cells that's already in your body, and because it runs rampant in my family, I said, okay, I'm going to give that up. And then this year we gave up chicken and turkey and all of that good stuff, and now we're just on seafood. But people really have to pay attention to what they're putting in their bodies.
It's the processed food.
The processed
because it's whatever that they use to process it. Yeah. It's the elements that they're putting into the food. It's okay. The food, it's not the food itself. It's what they're using to process it. So I want to talk about OSO Radio. Last 4 minutes.
Okay.
Which makes you smile. That's your baby.
Yes.
And OSO Radio is more. It's a hip hop station, but it's more than that. Yeah, because you just mentioned about the new. Now, believe it or not, a lot of times I'm on social media and I look at your news feed and I learn. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. So it's more than that. Talk about it.
Yeah, OSO Radio is a media and branding hub. We're pretty much the go-to place right now in Detroit. I can say that with confidence. I genuinely feel like that. We have built an audience to over 85,000 listeners a month within a year. Within a year, yes. Actually, less than a year. We haven't even been. It'll be 12 months as of December. We started started, obviously, we started, you know, that in Southfield, and then we moved to downtown Detroit. I just felt like it was just a way better situation and setup, which it has been. It's been a lot more lucrative, and just it's definitely helped our buzz and build our name. We have a lot of different programs. We have, you know, we have our gospel programs. We have our college
I want to mention that. We got to mention that because Paris is here.
Oh yes, hello, Miss Paris France.
Yeah, Paris France is one of the hosts for the gospel, and it comes
for
on.
Also Gospel on Sundays from 6 to 8. You know, you got to stay tuned for all of the Christian hip hop and all the, you know, what's going on and who's who in the gospel world.
Ralph Gobby is on.
Yep, Ralph Gobby's on
and
Sundays.
Pastor Welton just came on.
Yes, Pastor Welton.
And shut it down.
Yes, listen, the gospel is trying to take over my studio, okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you. So, and if that's going to happen, look, Paris is like, no. But, and besides that, we also have a, pardon me, a full news online on osoradio.com. You literally can check out anything and learn anything from entertainment to world news to what's going on in gospel and in the Christian realm of things from Paris and Meech.
Oh, she getting a lot of plugs.
And yes, Miss Paris has to get all the plugs. But yeah, that's Also Radio is just an all-around just media hub.
We got about a minute and 30 seconds. I want you to take that camera and I want you to encourage some young adult that's trying to find where they're going. They have a vision to become an entrepreneur. Just share with them.
So you have your vision to be an entrepreneur. You have to actually, it's all about execution. Like, everyone isn't going to see your vision. Everyone isn't going to understand your vision. That's because your vision was not given to them. And you're not going to get the support you want out the gate. You're not going to get the support you want until you're rich, honestly. And even then, you're going to complain about the people that's not supporting you. You just have to focus on you, and you have to focus on the moment and right now, and really just embrace right now and put together a team that trusts you and believe in your brand just as much as you, and everything will be great. You can't do anything on your own, and just put together that team, execute. You can plan all you want to. If you don't execute, planning is nothing.
Randi Rossario here on the Greg Davis Show. You can download the app, Also Radio. Information is on the screen. Download the app or go to. Can you go to the website and listen to it also?
Yes, you can.
Go to the website,
yes,
Also Radio. Gospel shows are from 6 to 8 on Sundays. Check their whole listing. It's the Greg Davis Show. Me and Lola George. We'll see you next time right here. See ya.
Bishop Greg Davis Ministries present Let the Healing Begin 2, the best of Bishop Greg Davis. And today is your day for a miracle. 3 powerful anointed healing and meditation CDs by Bishop Davis. The Word of God says that if you decree a thing, it shall be established for your sake.
Isaiah 58 and 8.
Everyone who comes in contact with these 3 powerful CDs will receive a life-changing experience. Order your copy right now on iTunes, CD Baby, or Amazon. Or you can send a seed, a donation of $50, and receive all 3 healing and meditation CDs to Greg Davis Ministries, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244. Shipping and handling included. Download or order all 3 copies today and let the healing begin.
Hey, I'm Greg Davis, and over 3 years ago, I started posting tweets and posts on When the Right One Comes. Well, I tried to stop, but they wouldn't let me stop. So everybody's been asking me to write a book, When the Right One Comes. So I've taken all of my collections of When the Right One Comes, and I'm putting them in one book. You can pre-order the book right now by going to Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. That's Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. Order now, When the Right One Comes.